A report says members of Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign may not have disclosed nearly $1 million of campaign funds that allegedly went toward the so-called Steele Dossier. One America's Neil McCabe sat down with a top legal expert and has this report from Washington.
Washington attorney Bruce Fine served as a senior official in President Ronald Reagan's Justice Department, and he told One American News if Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign knowingly hired foreigners for help, they broke the law.
The payments that Hillary Clinton's campaign did not make money directly available to Mr. Steele. It paid Perkins Coie for whatever things, and Perkins Coie then turned around and hired Mr. Steele as part of their assistance to Hillary Clinton.
Perkins Coie is the most powerful Democratic law firm in the country. President Barack Obama hired the firm to handle questions regarding the authenticity of his Hawaiian birth certificate. The Clinton campaign paid the firm nearly $1 million for what it listed as legal fees. Then the firm hired the opposition research firm Fusion GPS, which then hired Christopher Steele, a veteran of the British Secret Services and a British citizen. Fine said if the Clinton campaign knew that Steele was working for them, regardless of the cutouts, it broke the law.
If they told Perkins Coie, this is supposed to go to Christopher Steele, it's supposed to do X, Y, Z, then obviously Mr. Steele was basically the direct payee of the money and should have been disclosed. The Clinton people aren't responsible for whatever Perkins Coie does with their money, unless it's what you would call pre-programmed. They say they're trying to use Perkins Coie as just a flow-through. And so you earmark it. You have to spend this money on X, Y, Z.
The conduit between Fusion GPS and the Clinton campaign was Mark Elias, the campaign's general counsel and a partner at Perkins Coie. When the FBI submitted its FISA warrant application for full national security surveillance of Carter Page, an American citizen and Trump campaign volunteer, the Bureau was relying on the Steele Dossier, and that Steele Dossier was paid for by the Clinton campaign. And the author of the Steele Dossier was a foreign national relying on Russian sources. There have been no charges lodged against anyone in the Clinton campaign, yet there are reports that the special counsel, Robert Mueller, is prepared to charge Donald Trump Jr. in connection with his own June 9, 2016 meeting with a Russian attorney.
If the Hillary Clinton campaign reached out and sought something of value, namely information or dirt on Mr. Trump, for the purpose of influencing the outcome of the campaign, that's the same thing that Trump has been accused of in doing whatever happened at that June meeting.
The Steele Dossier was actually a series of reports written in the style and template of official intelligence reports, with gossip attributed to Steele's sources inside and outside the Russian government, whom the FBI referred to as his, quote, subcontractors.
There's no difference whatsoever. If they know that, and their plan is to get the information from the Russians, they know it's a foreign tainted source, and it's obviously something of value.
The connection between the Clinton campaign and the Steele Dossier was also touted by the memo authored by the top Democrat on the House Intel Committee, California's Congressman Adam Schiff, and his January 29th memo on the FBI and DOJ behavior during the 2016 campaign. Here, Schiff confirms that the Justice Department knew that the Clinton campaign hired Steele, and DOJ told the judge about the relationship in their FISA warrant application.
British citizens have no more right to influence the outcome of American elections than the Russians or the Chinese or the French. And so if they're paying a foreigner to provide something of value, and Mr. Steele clearly is doing things to try to gather information to influence the outcome of the election, that's a problem of the Clinton campaign.
U.S. Code 52 U.S.C. 30121 prohibits foreigners from participating in American elections. And clearly the Clinton campaign went to great effort to launder the payments to Steele. But it is also a fact that the FBI, in their request to surveil Carter Page, had figured out how the Clinton campaign was breaking the law, as they themselves continued down the rabbit hole of Russian connections to the Trump campaign. Neil W. McCabe, One American News, Washington.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.